listen to Miss Hot Sauce, she doing it. I'm fucking with Miss Hot Sauce, she cute as shit. She talking about your city and what's going on. She got tips for you, shorty, how to get it on. She talking to the men and what they doing wrong. Politicking about some business, she a little sassy. Hennessy and hot wings with some hot sauce, that's real classy. Depending on the topic, she might get nasty. Got the podcast blasting, it's a real classic. Got my Hennessy and hot wings, let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and hot wings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and hot wings, let's get it cracking. Got my Hennessy and hot wings, let's get it cracking. Yeah, papers, let's get it cracking.
Oh, I cut it off a little too early.
I was not ready. I was on jam mode. Like, yeah.
Right. We had one more. Let's get it popping before we got it popping.
Right.
My bad. Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing? Jill Badu, you look so alive, so vibrant, so nice.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Mo, you look the usual. And that's the fucked up thing, is that she don't want me to act up, and here she go acting
doing
up.
this.
I warned her tonight that I had a special hosting voice, and she warned me that she was going to kill herself if I did it, and now she's up here being crazy. I don't think that's fair.
I'm just happy to be alive.
But you win a prize when you win the lottery?
I hate what's happening right now.
Me too. Like, what's going on? Where are we?
It's like a plastered smile right now. I am just happy to be alive.
Me too. I too am happy to be alive. My pimple also is happy to be alive as well.
Okay. Yep, that's thriving too. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. You know, we're here. What's happening? It's not an episode without our homie CK. What's happening?
Oh, get out.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Close the door. Thank you, door.
Cameos.
Sorry. Sorry. Mo, do your thing.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, the thing that I do. Right. So who we are up top over there, that's Frozen. And now she's back giving us around the way girl flavor, around the way buffet energy, big sauce, the boss up there. Then we've got, I like these glasses, octagon, honeycomb, hideout energy, but I'm comfy, cozy autumn, giving you energy type of, I don't know what I'm speaking. Jill Badu. Oh no, the bow's back. The bow is back. Oh boy. And then I'm your girl, Ms. Mo Filler, man. I don't know. I don't have no rhymes or any special shit for you for that, but that's who I am. But we have a very, very, very special guest. You hear that S at the end. Very special guest here with us. Listen, there's so many of them. I can't name them individually, but welcome to the Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast. What's happening?
It is a tongue twister, though.
It's a tongue twister. I struggled. But yes, this is Flash the Philosopher, Spew God the Drip, and TJ.
Yes, mine is easy.
Right,
that's what I was about to say.
It was
Why
the other
men
two. Like,
always
that was
gotta be so difficult?
Everybody want to be Charlemagne the God. Everybody got to be somebody to something. No, I'm messing with you. I'm
just saying. And the thing that makes me mad is that men are always getting accused of being the simplest. And we have seen it over and over in history that is not true.
Super complicated.
Wow, you coming on strong at the intro, my nigga.
We're coming in hot. Okay,
I see.
We're coming in hot.
We're coming in. So Henny and Hotwings. Some of the Hotwings are not. They are not new to Mash and Flash. We are new to TJ, and I'm really excited to be able to talk to you today. Your voice is one of my favorites.
Thank you.
Mine too.
Mash and Flash has been on the show many times before. Years. You guys haven't been on for a couple of years though now, huh?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. And
wait. No, that's a lie. I was on the radio this morning. I ain't never been on the radio before.
Oh, yeah, with the call-in.
My whole life, I've been calling High 97, and them niggas never pick up. 100-223-9797. They never pick up, ever.
We
First
picked
time.
up for you. picked up.
It's like a dream
I
come
think
true.
that one of you.
Oh
guys
wait, you called
might
Spark
believe
FM
it.
today?
Yes, he sure did.
Dope,
It wasn't
dope,
today. It
dope.
was yesterday.
I be smoking.
Yo.
It was yesterday.
It was
That was definitely
yesterday.
yesterday.
Oh, look at Flash. He got his mic speak working.
Yeah, I didn't know I wasn't on. I'm sorry. I was talking to myself for a minute. I apologize.
It's fine. I can look
I was
it up.
talking mad shit too.
Ooh.
My
He
fault.
was.
That was divine intervention right there.
It's fine. Sometimes
Y'all
that's
wasn't
how it
ready.
be. So oh yes, Flash and Masher not new. TJ is new. We have a really great show lined up for you guys today. Miss Jill Badu put together quite a show. And usually we have an epic time with these fellas. So we're gonna plan to do that again tonight and just have a good time. It's Wednesday, it's Wet Wednesday. We like to get wet.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I just take a quick moment before we get into our bullshit to just acknowledge really quickly? RIP, man, to Young Dolph.
Word.
Absolutely crazy what's going on right now. I want to make sure we get that out the way
Yo,
before we get into our bullshit. So how's everybody feeling real quick? How's everybody feeling?
I was feeling all right before you brought that up.
I'm sorry. I hate to be a buzzkill, but I feel like it would be like kind of disrespectful to not mention it. You know what I mean?
We was bumping his music a little bit earlier just to like remember how much
Young
fucking
Dolph.
hits.
I often this mixes me up, and I want you to continue. But while you continue, think about these things. What is his most popular songs that he's known for? I know I'm going to ask this again.
100 shots. 100 shots.
Sing it? Can somebody sing it for me?
I can't do. All I know is preach.
So wait, so 100 shots is about
100 shots?
the this is fucked up. Young Dolph has had beef for a long time, right? And they sent a lot of niggas to come kill Young Dolph. Unsuccessfully, they tried to kill him previously, and they let off like 100 shots. This nigga went to the studio the next day, made a song called 100 Shots. He's like, how the fuck you miss 100 shots is the hook of the song. And it's pretty fire. But just so happens somebody called him today.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite Young Dolph song, 100 Shots.
I mean, I
like the song where he was like, she ate my dick through my underwear. I feel like whatever song that was, I don't know if it was 100 shots. Not sure what song it was, but that was a bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Real shit.
It sounds barry to me. It sounds barry.
That's a good bar.
It was a bar.
Definitely a good bar. You know.
I guess that's a good segue. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
And
welcome to another episode of Henny and Hotwings, the show that starts before the show actually starts, or it should start in the middle. It doesn't matter when it starts. We're just gonna start somewhere, sometime. And like we said, we have a great panelist of guest here today, and we're just gonna get right into it with relationship check-in. This is the part where we ask you pretty much, what's your relationship status?
Can somebody fix Jill's face for me, please? Can somebody? Fix it.
I'm just happy to be here.
I want to hear her first.
And we'll start with Jill Badu. I just want you to know that a lot of people expressed concerns after the last show about your dating health.
It's not healthy, right?
It's not. Yeah. And Malachi, go ahead. Do you have something to say?
I got questions. So when I was listening to last week's episode, again, welcome back, ladies. I'm so happy to have you guys back on the internet. Question. I got using elementary school, and they ask you like, do you do like social studies and current events? And it was like, what are the 5 W's? Who, what, when, where, and then the how. You remember that? That's what came to mind when you was telling me about the nigga who broke out the coupon for the day, right?
Groupon,
like who, what, when, how. That popped in my mind because when he pulled out the resume, was it folded or was it like in a manila envelope? Did he pull it out his pocket?
It was on his phone.
Okay. Because that was wild for me. I was like, this nigga did not pull up with a briefcase.
Quick interjection. Did you have to read through it? Did you actually read through it?
Absolutely. If there's one thing it's committed. I'm going to, I'm gonna read it through and proofread it and make sure that it's spell checked.
As you should when someone presents a resume.
Exactly.
The whole purpose of a resume is to critique the shit out of you. Like, that's why you're giving this to me. I'm supposed to look at this closely.
Exactly. I understood the assignment. Yeah.
Was it an impressive resume?
I wasn't impressed, and that was part of the problem. I should have been, and I wasn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, what kind of jobs did he have?
Oh, that's a good one, Flash.
He
I
worked for
do
the
know. I remember
the
one
Sixers.
being ball boy for the Sixers.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
He was the
that's right. I
Sixers.
do.
Yeah, he had
I
like a
remember
summer
that one.
internship with the 76ers. Yeah.
That's about it.
He was
That's
a
How'd
all
you
I
meet him?
remember.
How'd you meet him? I'm sorry, I missed that. How'd you meet this gentleman?
On I don't know, one of the dating apps.
Copy that.
Tinder.
Copy that. Copy that.
Yeah, we
Copy
know
that.
it's one of those
Copy
weird
that.
worlds.
After
What
all of
his-
your misses on the dating app,
Mm.
like why do you continue that?
After all of your misses,
You don't have to answer that, Jill. Okay, I'm taking offense to that as a Tinder user myself.
Hey, yo.
Oh,
You don't have to answer that if you don't
let's
feel
open up the
comfortable.
question to everyone who online dates. After continuous misses, why continue? Is it a numbers game? Because Reggie Trimbuck told me that it's a numbers game. You got to keep getting rejected so that you could eventually find the one. It's the statistical
Oh.
shits.
I agree
Okay.
with that. Because the moment you give up on that journey, you give up on the possibility of it happening. So if I give up because everything that I experience is trash, that moment I give up, I could have missed out on my treasure. So I'm never gonna give up.
It's
Right.
like the gold miner digging in the
Right.
cave, and he turns back when he only has 1 inch left.
Right.
And somebody come up right behind him and steal his gold, then he got to
That's-
murder him.
That's why I stay with clown makeup on a constant
I didn't
basis.
see that
Yeah.
rendition of that one.
If I was digging for my if I was digging for months and I was about to strike gold and then I stopped to take a break, because that's what that was. That was a break, because you ain't gonna never give up.
Never.
If somebody come behind me and take my shit, homicide.
Absolutely.
Homicide.
I agree with that. I agree.
Homicide.
Gotta eliminate that one.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I agree with Mo. For me, it's like I'm just hopeful. You know, would you agree, Joe?
You said Joe?
It's hard to
Nigga.
keep
Jill
hope
is not
alive.
even
Oh,
hopeful.
Jill.
Why are
It's
you
very
doing
hard to
this
keep
if you're
hope
not
alive.
even hopeful?
I just want to know why she continues to. You know, like I know. But it's
It's I mean, it is a hopeless place.
hopeless, not hopeful.
Yeah, it's hopeless. It's pretty hopeless. To be quite honest with y'all, I am really processing this with my therapist.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I don't have the answer. I'm being very honest right now. I don't have the answer as to why I continue to do this. It might be rooted in my desire to you know, just kind of like inflict pain on myself, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's got to be it, right? Like I don't want to be happy.
Punishment.
Can you send me the cliff notes to your therapy sessions with, because I mean I'm still in the hunt for a new therapist and I'm dealing clearly with the same exact issues, and could use those cliff notes that you process so that I can just apply them to my life. That'd be great.
So wait, are we saying there's a problem with online dating though? Like,
No,
No.
like nobody should.
Okay.
Like if you keep losing at something,
Right.
you know,
It can't be everybody else, right? It can't.
Yeah.
Be.
I mean, do you call it losing or do we just call it like what happened, like growth and shit, or like, you know, just like learning from your mistakes? Like that doesn't count when you dating too, though.
It does, learning from our mistakes. And actually, there's another piece, and I feel like we got to get into it more when we get in everybody's status. But I am trying to learn to get into like this Will Smith kind of mind frame of just taking it as an experience, not necessarily a failure, not necessarily a win, just the experience. Literally,
like that.
that's it.
And Jill, to be honest, your
Jill's face, I hate her so much. Yo.
I am overflowing in experience.
Rochelle says sometimes we self-sabotage because deep down we may not be ready for what we are searching. Hello.
I had an epiphany just today. Just today. But go ahead.
Tell us about. Oh, but hold on. Let's get into relationship status checking because this gives us a little bit of context. So, Jill, you are still very much single. Okay.
All right.
Let's go to one of our guests. Let's Flash, the philosopher.
Don't talk about my name. Don't do that.
Wow.
Don't pull me up like that. Don't pull me up next. At least you could have waited.
Wow.
You could have.
No,
What's your relationship status?
No. Oh wow.
But nah. As far as Flash is, yes, he's been dating in Atlanta and he's getting himself off the market because.
Oh, so you're actively listening. Do you have a prospect?
Yeah, I got a prospect.
Ooh, prospect.
I mean, I can't be single forever, my nigga. Come on.
Amen to
Why
that.
not?
Oh wow.
Do you see me?
Oh,
Have you seen me? Have you met me?
Hey now. hey now. Hey now.
Well,
Color pimping.
well then.
See bid.
Have you met me? Shit.
Well, I haven't actually. So nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Mo.
Nice to meet you.
Hold on to your shorts.
I'll go next. I am single.
Oh wow, that was a check-in for our
No, because
answers.
I'm single, but I'm mingling. I be out here mingling.
Right.
So
Are you having as much fun as Jill mingling, or
no, I'm having a lot more fun.
Ooh.
I'm having a lot
so
more
you-
fun
so you fucking.
because you know what? Have you guys seen the episode? Have you guys seen Insecure?
Yes.
Bypass my whole
You guys
question.
watch
Go
it?
ahead.
which season?
No, we're good. We're going to it. And in one of the things, there was a meme, and it was like, "Does Issa ever find new people to date? Because she
It's
always seems
hard.
to whatever." I'm more like the Issa. I think I'd rather go back in
To
my
your
old
old
school,
roster, right?
yeah, and kind of deal with what I know.
Why?
Yeah, and I always keep, like you always keep one in the clip, a
Always.
One
faithful.
in the clip.
Yeah,
Always.
you gotta you gotta always keep your options open, and you always have to have a faithful. So I always have one of those, and
Yeah,
I'm actively dating.
yeah,
If they
but
have, I'll go.
do y'all keep the old ones because y'all scared of like raising your body count?
Yes, me.
That's
Is that
part of
real?
it.
That's
That's
you?
part of it for me too. Yeah.
Got it.
I don't want
I
to
mean, that makes
introduce
sense.
new chemistries. It's not even just like as childish as body count. It's
Right.
literally I don't want to introduce new chemistries if I don't need to, quite frankly.
What do you
I'm
mean by new
very literal
chemistries?
to
What
my
that
body.
mean?
Like literally physical. Like I don't need extra things going inside of me that don't need to be there.
Oh, copy
And
that.
and also just because I also do believe those are soul ties. So try not to create too many new soul ties. I tried that.
Are all hookups soul ties? All of them?
If a vagina and a penis is interacting with each other, you better believe it.
See,
You better believe it.
I'm not
What if you wear
there
protection?
yet. I'm really
He
just
said if you wear protection.
so me, I don't believe that all hookups are soul ties.
It doesn't mean like soul tie
Yeah.
doesn't mean like I have feelings for you now or anything like that, but there is a physical or there's a way that explains it that's mad hotep that I can't get into. But it's like it's like a mad hotep. But it's like a spiritual like fingerprint that happens for each person that you sleep with. It's not necessarily like I have feelings for you now and I love you. It's there's always going to be that connection there once you have sex.
Yeah, I believe in soul ties too. It really is true because I feel like I know when I have a soul tie with somebody when after I've had sex with them, maybe I'm over them or I'm home alone late at night in my bed and I take out my toy and I think about that person. I'm
Reels
like, that's
in
a
the
soul
reels.
tie.
Mm-hmm.
That's a soul tie.
So
Maybe-
TJ, while we're on you,
Ooh.
I'm single.
super
Oh.
single.
I like the way she said it.
Or are you like, kind of single, but we just, but we single.
I'm all the way single. I'm not claiming nobody. I'm not trying to be claimed right now. I'm just trying to see what's out there for me. So all the way single. Holla at your girl.
Okay.
I mean, what's your sexual preference? I'm just gonna throw that out there.
I don't have a preference.
So hi, my name is Miss Mofilla.
I know who you are, and I know what your preference is already.
I know who you are.
Oh, well, we'll save that for the after show. Okay.
Give it a disclaimer. Give it a disclaimer. Give it a disclaimer.
Y'all niggas think this shit is
my
love
infamous
connection?
disclaimer. I'm about to say, they don't want my infamous disclaimer because y'all already know. Shit gets real different over here. Don't play with
Look
me.
at
I'm sorry,
Rochelle.
Rochelle. I'm sorry, Rochelle. Shit.
Look at Rochelle. Shoot your shot.
Sorry, Rochelle.
Okay, so did we got everybody right? Oh, Mel,
Nah, you hear me?
you God drip.
Thank you.
Drip,
Yeah.
drip.
So I'm
She never
currently in a
miss.
relationship. That's my nigga. That's why she a rider. You supposed to be dripping too, bro. But it's all love.
I can't drip for you, bro.
All right. Yeah, I'm in a relationship. It's going pretty good. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. That's adorable. I love it. I'm just fucking with y'all. No, for real.
What?
So let's get into the show. Jill, can you go at it?
So for the gentlemen in here, what are your thoughts on it being reasonable to communicate with somebody on a daily basis when you're trying to get to know them? I was recently dumped by a gentleman that I was getting to know. He ended up blocking me on like every platform in the world. Um, After we had a conversation about, my desire for daily communication, especially in light of the distance that existed between us. Um, and so I was left wondering, like, am I unreasonable for wanting to have daily communication with somebody
How
that I'm trying to
how
know?
how long you known this dude?
I didn't know him long. Like, we were just like starting to get to know each other. Maybe
All
like
right, so you're absolutely in the wrong then. I feel like when it comes to communication,
I'm listening. It was the
Blunt.
immediate, like,
Very blunt.
shut you
Come with the
down.
philosophy.
Okay.
absolutely, I'm about to philosophize on you. Hold on, but I feel like yeah, if you when you're getting to know somebody, when we talk about communication is always great, but you shouldn't want to do it every day unless you care for that person, in my opinion, at least. And when I'm dating, I feel like we don't have to communicate every day. We're trying to get to know each other, even if that means that you're not a person that wants to communicate all that much. You get to figure people out and shit like that. So I don't think he's wrong if he didn't want to communicate with you every day and you expecting him to communicate that because you don't understand him or know him yet. I feel like you should get to know like what his standards are and what you want to accept from him before you get like upset or think like he should be doing X, Y, and Z.
I wasn't upset yet. I was literally just expressing like this is something that I would like. I wasn't saying, "Hey, I expect you to do this," but I was merely stating like this is
How'd
something
you
like
say it?
I desire.
That's exactly what my question is. How did you say it?
Um, I just said like I think communication is really important, especially because there's so much distance between us, and if we're not communicating, then like what are we really doing? So I was just more so looking for an opportunity to, I feel like, have a better chance at assessing whether or not this was somebody that I wanted to keep in my orbit, right? So and I feel like if the communication is really sporadic, how am I supposed to make that kind of decision?
So you didn't necessarily say I need to speak to you daily.
No.
Got it. Okay.
But when you said you don't know them for so long, I think I missed that part. Exactly how long were you guys dealing or
Like
talking?
a couple weeks.
Like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then in that time we were literally speaking every day, right? So
See?
that
Yeah,
was
and
the thing. Like I felt like there was some form of like precedence that was set, right? Like you're over here talking to me every day, we're communicating, you're calling, and it's cool, we're vibing. And then the moment I say that that's something that I would like to continue, it's like,
oh, now it's an
like
expectation. It's a
like
problem.
yeah, so that's weird for me. I don't understand that. But if I'm listening to what the philosopher is saying, it sounds like my job is to just shut the fuck up and take what I get.
Wow, he did not say that.
I
That's
mean,
not
what I
the.
heard.
that
That's
sounds
not-
Didn't hear that part
like what he
either.
said.
I think
But
that's what I heard too.
that's what you got from that.
That's what I
That's
heard.
what I heard.
I didn't hear that though.
I didn't get that either, my
I,
nigga.
all I said was too early, my nigga. That's all I said. Too early. Too early.
But can we
That's it.
acknowledge the fact that the switch up in energy is something that does have to be addressed? Because I feel like everybody tries to fall back on that, like, oh, you can't have this expectation, or it's too early to
Facts.
think anything. But it's like if you've been doing something for a couple of weeks straight, and then all of a sudden the switch up
stops.
happens,
Mhm.
yeah, it's going
Yeah,
to cause a question to happen.
I agree with that. But I also think that He kind of overdid it, like to block you and all of that. Like
Yeah,
that was a
that's a
lot. That's
force.
That was extra. I
yeah,
didn't say like, hey, call me or die. Like it was
yeah.
literally
Call
like,
me or
hey.
die. I
That's
like that
different.
as
I
a
mean,
t-shirt.
it wasn't even a dramatic conversation. It was just
Yeah.
kind of like, hey, this is what I would like. And he was just kind of like, I don't really think that I can, provide that all the time. And I said, okay, we'll see, right? Like it wasn't even a heated
No definitive
conversation.
What was
conversation.
Right.
what was y'all
It was
connection like when y'all was connecting? Like, did y'all have
that
like
was the
meaningful
thing. Like,
conversations, or it was surface
no,
level
it
shit?
was it was very intense. So like maybe that was a red flag that I, ignored, where it was like the conversations were very much like, hey, I'm really into you or whatever. So it was a lot very soon. And
Okay.
so that was also for me like, well, why wouldn't you, like, if you're expressing these deep types of feelings, why wouldn't you want to communicate with me
Thank you.
on the
More.
regular? I'm kind of confused. So
Got
the
you.
two things just didn't align for me. And so again, did I deserve to be blocked and all that? No, that was a bit dramatic, but it's also okay to just be like, nah, sis, I can't provide that, right? And
Yeah.
Right.
I would have been like, okay, I'll either adjust or I will be like, this doesn't work for me. Like,
Mhm.
we all have options, or
Right.
we can make the choice as to if something works for us or not. So he could have used his big boy words and I would have been just fine if he was like, nah, sis, that ain't gonna happen. And I would have been like, okay, cool, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's see where we
Yeah.
go from here.
Yeah,
Yeah, not everybody want to communicate though. That's one thing I
clearly.
realized. And
But everybody grown, so it's time to communicate
But
and
I
tell the
thought that
truth.
was what the
yeah,
consensus was in society right now, that
Right.
it,
everybody
it,
just wants to keep it 100
Have a
and communicate,
conversation.
and that's exactly it. Like, I feel like I hear that a lot from, I don't know, like I hear that a lot from women asking for communication. I hear a lot from men
you
that
see, but
that
that's the problem though. Women probably want to communicate more because maybe y'all are more intentional. You can't expect
no, but
niggas
then
from the jump to be intentional.
I also hear it from men when a woman doesn't communicate and they're like, you
Mhm.
expect me to read your mind, and
Yeah.
Nah,
like, if you want something,
nah. You,
just
you know
say
what it
that's what
is?
you want. Like,
It's
then
not
what?
that you. It's not that y'all don't communicate. Y'all just communicate in ways that we don't understand sometimes. So it's like it's like we
With
say like when a nigga
words?
asks you like, "Yo, what's the problem?" and y'all say, "No, I'm fine," or some shit like that. You're not fine. Technically, you should be communicating with us and telling us like what's really the issue or what's bothering you or some shit like that. But because like we get the attitudes and the words that let us know like, okay, she don't really want to explain what the fuck is going on. That's why we say women don't want to fucking communicate. I don't think it's
Is it
other
because
shit.
when
Look at
she
all their
does
faces. Look at all the faces. Look at
communicate,
each one of their
I'm,
fucking
I'm
faces
giving
as
them
you say
game.
that
I'm
shit.
giving
Look
them
at their
does
game.
faces,
communicate,
B.
y'all don't listen? So now when
Shit
she has to
crazy.
communicate again, then it's like, now you don't want to hear it. And I don't have, why should I have to tell a grown person multiple times what I want or what I do not want?
Let's
Wow.
let's let's be clear. You probably don't tell them what you want or do not want off the rip, because I feel like women. Sorry, I don't want to generalize.
No, but that's
No.
okay.
I,
But that
I
goes
I don't
into
want to
this
generalize,
conversation. Go
but I
ahead.
feel like most times it's harder to get like what the root of the problem with women, because they don't really know what the fuck the problem is, because you got to work through that
Oh
shit
no,
sometimes.
we know what the problem
No,
is.
they definitely know what the
I know
problem
what the
is.
problem is.
I can
Okay.
tell you. I can tell you. No
And
problem.
then when we say it once, then it's like, okay,
Okay.
I hear you. I understand. And then we repeat the behavior. And then when we say it again, it's like, okay, I hear you, you nagging. So now next time when you ask me and I say nothing, it's because you know exactly what you did.
And I'm
And I
literally
can't
tired
say
of
it again.
repeating myself. I'm
Mm.
literally tired of repeating myself. And let's be real, fellas. Again, I'm the cheat code. I've been with a woman. So let's be real. There is a certain point where it turns into the Charlie Brown want. When we do go into a space where we're expressing ourselves, every guy knows when a woman looks up in the in the sky and goes, I just feel like immediately you go into the Charlie Brown mode.
Nah.
Y'all are not trying to hear it all the time. So yes, after a certain point, we get tired of seeing you guys go into Charlie Brown mode. So it's just like nothing. I don't even feel like it. I'm
Go ahead,
nothing.
spew, God, drip, drip.
I don't know if I agree with that, only because that Charlie Brown shit don't get nowhere. Like, you don't really get to build with nobody if you don't listen to them. It's hard to build a relationship with somebody if you don't like understand what's going on with them.
I
So
agree with that.
when she told homie, and this might be a open and closed case because he might just be a dick.
It's just an
Right.
idiot, right?
Might just be. Might just be. Might just be.
Yeah, because if you're just expressing, hey, I just think that we should talk. It doesn't take much. Like we could talk once a dime. Did you say like you wanted to talk multiple times for multiple hours?
No.
But see,
Okay, because that's what I'm saying. For him to react in that way, it just seems a little odd to me. Like I don't think that had anything to do with you.
you know what one of my problems is too though with how we treat dating and relationships though is that people see red flags all the time. Like we know what red flags are, and we see red flags when we start dating people, and we say like, "Yo, I don't really like that," but we still continue to pursue this person based on whatever other reasons why you may want to fuck with somebody or whatnot. But I do believe like, yeah, when you see red flags, like that should be a warning for you to be like, you know what, this ain't for me,
Right.
or you deserve better, honestly. But not all of
sometimes
us.
you kind of psych yourself out of that
Oh
red flag.
yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
red
Like
flag starts looking fuchsia and pink.
for me,
and...
sometimes I'm like, okay, he said this. He sounded a little too Kevin Samuels for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's a red flag. But you know what? Because I haven't met him in person, or we haven't like exchanged in person,
Yeah.
like let me get around him and see how I feel. You know what I mean? Like I just recently did this too, telling all my business.
That's what you're supposed to do here. That's what you're supposed to do.
This is the problem that I have with this damn podcast. I end up telling all my business.
I'd be in
So
the same boat.
recently
All right.
I went on a date, and it was a guy that I met on Tinder or whatever. He actually flew in town to see me. And I was like, oh, he flew in town just to take me out to dinner. I'm like, okay, this is good. You know what I'm saying? We're talking on the phone, not daily. I don't need daily. I just need to, you know, how you doing, you know, whatever. And we keep in contact. And I went to go see him recently. And there were little red flags, but I couldn't tell if it was really a red flag. You know, he had a little bit of that Kevin Samuels tone when he said a comment to me like, oh, I want my daughter to know how to treat a man. And it means a lot from a man saying that to their child. And so I'm like, okay, well, what does that mean? And he was like, you know, she should treat him good and he should treat her good. And I was like, okay, but what really does that mean? Because I thought initially when somebody says that, and I know he likes Kevin Samuels, I'm like, he's thinking she needs to suck his dick every night, cook, feed the kids, work a 9 to 5, or you know what I'm saying? Like you got to do everything. You got to be super bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like I couldn't get an answer from him. And that's a red flag. I need to know exactly what you mean.
Can I challenge you just a little bit on that though, TJ? Because I feel like especially, I'm not going to put us all in the box as Black women, but I can only speak on my experience, right? All the Black women I know in my family and all of that have kind of taught us that when we're being told to learn how to treat a man, it's the cook, the clean, the be superwoman, take all the hell and all of that, right? But instead of kind of getting into that mind frame, maybe this is just a man that really, because we never really do have that conversation on what women should do for their man outside of those physical things.
True.
So what does this man specifically want? What does, even having that mind frame might be something he's trying to teach his daughter that a lot of us don't get taught, to say, hey, stop. What might this man want? You know what I mean?
And I would have been okay if he said that.
Said it like that, right?
He said nothing. He was like, treat her good, treat him good. I'm like, okay.
That seems like a reoccurring theme. That if you just say it instead of letting it letting it simmer, that it would probably be okay. Do men not trust women to be honest?
Good question.
Is it trusting to be honest or trusting to be vulnerable?
I mean, both. Like if I say, like, you know what they said, like if I tell you this is what I like, do you not believe me?
No, I believe that shit.
I mean, maybe he feel like he don't want you to take advantage of him. I mean, I don't know how in that instance he could take advantage of him, but like if you set the bar, like I got to talk to you every day, and if I don't talk to you every day, it might be beef. I mean, I don't know. That whole instance is bugged out. I am gonna hold you. Like, if I like you, I'm gonna want to talk to you. Like, I don't see why that would be a bad thing.
Can you say that again, please?
If I like you, I'm gonna talk to you because I
say it one more time, please.
For the niggas in the back,
no,
I'm not gonna say it.
You see,
one more time, please. Just one more time.
But see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Red flags. If you want to fuck with you, he gonna show you. So
That's true.
Amen to that.
But
It's
telling
it's
y'all,
dual
y'all-
responsibility.
y'all
It's
see
dual
red flags,
responsibility.
but y'all just like blow right past the shit. So I
Because
don't know what to tell
your
y'all.
first, I would have immediately not spoken to that guy again, TJ, if he had said he likes Kevin Samuels.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Like
What's
honestly,
wrong
I
with
don't
Kevin
even know if that's
Samuels?
a red
What's
flag.
wrong with Kevin
That's like
Samuels?
a halt.
That's a
Don't
deal
move
breaker.
forward. That's like no, like a hard no.
You can't talk about the Godfather like that.
I mean,
Leave that
I
man
agree with
alone.
some things
Leave
that
that
Kevin
man
Samuels
alone.
Not the
says.
Me
Leave the
Godfather.
He's
Godfather
not the
alone.
Godfather. I agree with some of the things
Leave
that
the
he says,
Godfather alone.
but I don't like his tone. I don't like how
Right.
he treats his viewers, his
Right.
his the people that are putting him on this platform. They're
Right.
supporting him. I just think some of his things are just really far off, and he does it for the publicity. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everybody's gonna be talking about it, and we're talking about him right now too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I decided not to talk to this guy again. But it was mainly because I played myself and I didn't listen to all the red flags that I felt, and I said, are you doing too much? You're not going to find anyone perfect. I get to his house and he puts his foot on me.
Oh.
Like for a massage?
Yes, he wanted me to
Like, what
massage
you
his
mean?
feet.
Like, did he say anything?
Yo,
He
you fucked
did. He
me up.
did. He put his feet on me, and then he was like,
Like on the
I
couch?
would love it if you could give me a foot massage. And I'm like, Kevin Samuels all the way. He's doing
That's
this
a
shit to
test
test
too.
me.
Exactly.
He's doing this
That
shit
was
to
a
test
test.
me.
I'm not
But the
even
truth
that
is-
brave. I couldn't do that shit.
That was
So
a
the
test.
truth is, I'm like, I want to let him know that I'm a ride or die. Like, I don't mind massaging the man's feet.
Uh-huh.
I've never done it a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the dudes I've dealt with, they
Don't even
have
want you
crusty
touching their
ass feet.
feet.
Like they
Yeah.
want to put socks on. It's not crusty, but they're not into that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So for him to do this, and he has body butter. He like creates his own body butter. So he's like, try my body butter, and I'm like, okay. I look at his toes; they don't look grossed out, and I'm a germaphobe. I'm a
Yeah,
germaphobe.
making body
They look
butter.
really nice. I feel his foot. By the way, I was high. I was very
Oh,
high.
don't blame it.
Put
Don't blame
this
the
out here.
medicine.
Don't blame
blame
it
the
on that.
medicine.
Don't blame it on the
blame the
weed.
medicine. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I put some of the body butter on my hand. I started massaging his feet, and I was like getting turned on. I never experienced that a day in my life. I didn't even think I was
New
gonna do it.
experience.
I
Look
had
at
it all
that.
against my titties and shit. I was like, oh my God. Like I didn't think this was gonna do that for me.
That sounds sexy. That's
I
good.
love TJ.
I mean,
officially.
I'm just saying the visual is very stimulating.
Yes.
It was. And I was like, does this feel good? And he was like, it does. And I really do like massaging people. And I love to be massaged myself. So I knew that shit felt good. I was like, yes. As I had it all
Were
up
you, were,
against
were
my
you,
feet.
were you
And
were
it was
stroking his feet?
cool.
Were you stroking his feet?
I
It's,
did.
did you see that hand motion? Did you
Yeah.
see what she
I
had did there? Did
did.
you
I
see it?
Well, okay,
I
while
did.
you were doing all of this with his feet, what was he doing?
Well, he
Nigga
was
was
just
moaning.
talking to me. And
I was
actually,
gonna say he better
it's
not be
so-
like clicking the remote, like bitch, yeah, massage my feet, like I'll slap
No.
you.
He was talking to me. We were interacting, and like it went
You're
to
doing a
first
good
base,
job.
second. He was
You're doing
trying to
a
get
good
it.
job.
And the reason why we are no longer talking anymore is because he tried to eat me out, and I was like, I got my period. He was like, well, why the fuck you here?
Oh shit!
Preach. Preach.
You niggas ain't shit, yo.
Preach.
Yes. But he did it jokingly, and I'm learning. Is this a Pisces thing?
No, that's a man thing. They really did. Well, there's
I
not all
was
men.
shocked.
Not
I
all
ain't
men.
never had a nigga say that shit to me. He could have been like, damn, in his head.
Right. You
But the
don't.
minute he said, well, why are you here? Nigga, because I booked this flight 3 weeks ago.
To
I
see
mean,
your
That's
ass,
a real
like,
one.
you
That's
know
a
what
real
I'm
one.
saying? Like,
That's a
hey,
real one.
yo.
That's a real one.
so I played nice because, like I said, I was there for the week, like the weekend or
Right.
whatever, or it was a day. It wasn't really much, but yeah. And he's still trying to talk to me, and I'm telling you, that could have been a soul timer,
Right.
because
That you
the
avoided.
connection that I had, I was like, oh, this is
It's about to be different.
and I'm
I
happy.
know.
And the universe didn't want me to fuck that nigga.
When you
Ooh.
said
Because I haven't had sex since fucking June. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a
Sorry,
minute.
girl.
you said that you
That
said
pussy
that
old.
Drop
Word.
your
Okay.
pin. We gotta
you
change
said
that. Drop your pin. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Todd. I'm sorry.
I'm going to drop my
after he
cash
said-
app.
After he said, why you here? After you said, then why you here? And you said you played nice. What is that? Go
So
talk me through this.
yeah, he's starting to go down on me, and I was like, I got my period, whatever. And he was like, so why are you here? And I was like, so we can spend quality time, we can get to know each other. And he mocked me. He was like, to spend time together. And this is a 47-year-old man, okay?
Mad
In
childish.
cybersecurity.
I fuck with him.
Okay. He got 2 older daughters. One is like 23 years old. I'm telling all the business.
Right,
Jesus
tell all his
Christ.
business
That's
because he's
fine.
On
childish as
live.
fuck.
All right, I'm done. I digress.
He's childish.
But he made it seem like it was chill and like because we played it off. You know what I'm saying? We
Because
played
it's
everything
sensitive.
off.
Word.
But I knew
Facts,
that that's
bro.
what he meant, and I know that's how he felt.
Right.
Because it kind of killed the vibe a little bit, but he was still all over me, And then we went out to dinner that night. And then I made arrangements to stay at my girlfriend's house in the morning.
Yo, so
That dude was wilding, Anthony.
I got an idea for an episode about power dynamics that we're working on for the Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast.
Yes.
Plug.
If you're not following us
Word.
on IG,
Follow us, So Ratchet podcast. There we go. Do it, TJ. That's what we do here. And that's an example of power dynamics. Like once he found out that sex is off the table, like did you feel a change in him in his approach to you?
Initially, yes.
What did
Until
that
it was time for dinner, like he dresses to the nines. He came out looking sexy as hell. And I was like, oh, you look nice. And I came out looking sexy, and he didn't say anything until we get to the restaurant and people are like, like looking my way. He's like, you look really sexy tonight. So I knew that he was already upset, but he was like, hope, you know what I mean? Like not even, So
it's basura. I mean, and I understand it's tough, but it just stinks when you're genuinely just trying to connect with people, and it's like once you give up that physical aspect of it, it's like you're useless to somebody.
Yeah.
It's trash. It's absolute trash.
And
Do you think it would have been
so
different?
much like potential. Go ahead.
Do you think it would have been different if you just told him you didn't want to have sex instead of saying I was on period? You think he would have been more like
he would have tried harder to get it.
He would have still pursued.
Facts.
I mean, we did have the whole conversation. Is it on the first day? Is it?
He
did.
was
We had that
serious. He was
conversation.
dead.
And the more he was asking me, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna
this
tell him
dude.
that this shit is heavy. It was the last day, and I was horny.
Yeah.
I was high and horny.
Because
But I
understand,
didn't like that initial reaction of, so why the fuck you here?
right?
Like, are you serious? You just flew into town to take me out to dinner. You've been trying to come and see me for the last 2 weeks. I've been busy, and I finally come out to see you, and this is how you do me? Like, really?
question, ladies? Y'all run red lights?
No.
So
I have fibroids. It's too hard. It hurts.
Okay, so that's one
I
down.
think it's icky.
The other three?
Yeah, so if it's like day one for me is usually non-existent, or last day.
Sounding like a
I
yes.
can-
This is sounding like a big
No,
yes.
I might.
Okay,
just
that's
do
a
it.
one yes.
Yeah,
Jill?
Jill run. She speed through that
You
shit.
you're running your chest, bro?
Like how do you do that? No.
Never.
No.
I can't do
Never.
it on anything that's heavy. That's wild. I can't do it on the heavy.
I don't want to do it on heavy, light, middle.
Would you do it on a vacation?
No.
Because the way my hormones are set up, like TJ, on that last day is really disrespectful. So if I see a little pink on that last day, but I got something lined up, my hormones are gonna trump what's going on with that little
Copy
pink
that.
stuff.
Copy
I'd
that.
probably
Is that because you're with women, though?
I'm with both, and then in this part of life, I'm more around the male species. So with women, though, I'm not running no red lights because that's a lot of mouth action and shit, and I'm not doing that.
Yeah. That's fine.
doesn't
Yeah.
know-
It's a
Just in
dub.
case anybody doesn't know, red lights is having sex on period.
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
I feel like I know a couple of dudes that would like eat a girl out on a period too, though.
That's a negative.
I've heard of those dudes.
I
They tell you
remember
to
one
plug it up.
time.
They'll tell you to
One
plug it
time,
up.
a dude.
Just saying.
I was
Just
at a
saying.
party and I had my period, and he was like, he said something fresh, like "Let me eat your pussy," and I was like, "I'm on my period," and he was like, "You got a clit though," and I was like,
Facts. He know what he doing. You
But-
don't gotta go lower. You gotta stay right there.
Right? If he
I
plugged
mean,
up, I guess.
I cannot. I just cannot. I cannot. No. You know,
Is that cool?
I mean,
Did that work?
guess
Did that work?
okay.
Did he get the number?
I don't know. I was pretty taken aback because I was like, oh my, oh my God. I mean, he was a phenomenal, pussy eater. Like he was amazing.
Oh, you
I
familiar
knew
with this
that.
gentleman?
I knew
Quite,
that.
quite great. But I wasn't. No.
I don't think
So
that's
hold
a
on,
good
wait. I
idea.
want to make sure I'm understanding the scenario. So this is after you were already familiar with his mouth gang. He said he would
No,
do it.
no. I didn't know his mouth game at this point.
Got it. Copy
So
that.
he had wanted to introduce me to the mouth game
Copy
at
that.
that point.
Copy that.
Later on in life, when I was no longer on my period, I quite remembered he had wanted to introduce me. So then I was like, hey, let's say that was
Hey.
medium.
Look. Hot
What he
sauce,
look
hot
like?
sauce,
What he
hot
look
sauce,
like?
hot
Describe
sauce,
him.
hot sauce. Red flag.
I mean, literally.
Literal red
Red
flag.
flag.
I
Literal.
mean, like he was regular, like brown and nice, nicely
Brown
built.
and nice.
He's not too shabby, not too cute, not cute. Like, he's just an average, nice young fella with a great mouth.
Ooh, aren't they the best? Sorry.
Nigga, you would have
Oh,
been dating.
anyways, but
You would-
yeah, red
Sorry.
flag. How did we get there?
TJ.
Nash.
It was
Oh,
TJ.
not me.
TJ did it. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, because TJ stories.
That's
Okay,
right. Call it how you see it.
you went through the weekend and then the night, and then you were making arrangements to stay at your girl's house because you were done at this point. You were like, oh.
Yes, but I made it seem like it was all good, because like I said, I don't know if this is a Pisces thing, and I'm learning about Pisces men, but no, he does not live in Boston.
She's nasty.
Yes. So I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah,
like we played it off the entire time, but one thing about him, and that's why I said I know it's a soul tie, is like he can tell when the energy shifts and he speaks on it. He was one of those like brown sugar babe type guys. He put his shit together. I said he makes beard oil and body butter.
I know. Once I knew.
So I was just like, oh, this is different. I've never done that before. I didn't think I was even interested in that. Like he's kind of like metrosexual. I digress. I forgot what I
don't even know where we were going. It's all
I
right.
know, but I liked it. I liked hearing about it.
Yes.
See how close I was to the screen, like, girl.
Okay,
Yeah.
now.
But yeah, even after I got home, he was like, oh, you didn't even hit me to say that you got home. And I was like, oh, I thought you were busy.
So you done with him, TJ?
Done.
Okay.
I mean, if he comes in town to New York and
Ain't
he
no
wants to
done.
hang
You see how
out.
You
anytime
gonna give
it
him another
follows
foot,
up,
bro?
anytime it follows up with I mean, it's never done, sis. It's never done.
I'm single. You know what I'm saying? So, even though but my heart hurts for a nigga to say that. Like, why the fuck you here? What? Why you didn't say this shit when you was saying all the Kevin Samuels shit so I could add it up then? You know what I mean? Like,
Wait, what you expect the nigga to say though?
Like I
be an adult, it's okay.
I'm a woman. I'm not in menopause yet. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, I feel
happens.
like in that setting, in that very moment, I'm not mad at what he said. Like I'm not.
But
I'm
he's
not
stupid. I could have sucked his dick. I could have done a whole
There's
bunch
so
of other
many ways
stuff.
that
You
could've
know what
been
I'm saying?
finessed,
Like, there's a lot more we could do. I brought my toy.
Did you
I
tell
had
him
my
before
little
you
toy.
came that you was on your period?
No, I'm not supposed to tell you when I'm on my cycle.
I don't know.
We're not together.
Why would
coming
she
to see
have
me? I feel
to?
like I should have this advance warning for some reason.
Did he? I'm sorry, pause. Did he fly
I feel
you
like
out,
I should know.
TJ?
So this is the thing. He did not. He did not.
He was not obligated to
And
give
he
him
was
that
not.
information.
You didn't
at
tell
all.
him shit.
That was my fault. This was me saying, yo, he came in, he flew into town. I had car trouble, like my tire broke, and he was like, I called my AAA and it took forever. He used his AAA. So he did a lot, you know what I mean? And then he was trying to come to see me.
That deserves a dick suck.
He was doing a lot. He got sick. It was a lot going on. And I was like, I'm free on this weekend. I'm going to book the flight real quick.
Gotcha.
So it was like fast. I didn't give him the opportunity, but knowing him, I think he would have paid
But
for my
even
flight.
just the way that all played out, that you handled that right. You did not need to tell him ahead of time.
Can you
If
shut
it
up,
was-
James?
Facts,
Shut
James.
up, Mikey.
Facts, James. He was ready.
I was that horny. I would have just sucked his dick. Like we could have
Right.
done other things. You know what I'm saying? But it was the energy after he said that. Like
Like
I
you're
actually I
useful.
wasn't gonna suck his dick, right? Like I don't like to just suck random dick. Like
Mhm.
I would prefer we're in a committed something another. You know what I mean? But we were talking every
You could have
day.
been playing something. You would have played
Not every
more
day,
if
but
he
often.
didn't come out.
I
You
feel
would have
like
played more though if he didn't come off crazy off
Yes,
right.
if
correct.
the vibe was right, then you could have ended up sucking his dick.
Then
Like
it
if
would've
you
been
didn't
Yo,
want
TJ,
Yeah.
to, but
TJ,
like if everything went smoothly, like I don't think men understand that. Like we aim to please, especially if we like
see?
you, we aim to
And
please.
I'm rubbing your feet.
You should have gave him a hand job.
Nah, you don't aim to please. Stop that. Stop that. If you aim to please, if she had aimed to please, then he would have got his dick sucked.
But
Not after you say that though.
He'd have got his dick sucked. He'd have got his dick sucked.
Yeah.
Regardless, if
Yo,
you aim to
y'all-
please, if you
y'all
aim to
gotta
please, you
do
still
Y'all
got his dick
mistake
sucked.
pleasing with slavery, and that's
That's
where we
crazy. Getting my dick sucked is slavery?
No, you thinking that you could talk to me crazy and I'm gonna still want to suck your dick afterwards
Absolute-
is slavery.
Say it,
100%.
Mo. Say it, Mo.
100%.
I guess I don't think what he said was talking to her crazy. And I guess
So he literally just said you're not useful being here unless your vagina is active.
But
I
No.
think that's pretty crazy.
Number one, I felt like he was telling a joke. Reason being why
Oh,
they
you was
still
there?
say
You heard the punchline?
in my mind, I could see myself doing the same shit. I'm just telling you.
exactly.
Like,
But if
remember,
his,
she got fed. She got fed after.
if his actions agreed with the joke that he was saying and he started acting towards that, that's the problem. If he had said that hardy har and then was still
Listen, the fact that she got food made me understand like he just tells jokes. He was joking. He wasn't.
Oh,
being
he's a funny guy.
He's
Okay.
a funny nigga. That's exactly what it is.
Because he fed her afterwards, because he was a decent
Nah, because he wasn't
human
bitter.
being
Because he wasn't
and
bitter.
fed her.
He wasn't bitter after the whole experience.
he wasn't
Yo,
bitter?
the way y'all men are set up, I'm really learning
For
that
real.
me
He
by
wasn't-
myself is going to be lit. Like
How you think-
me by my damn self.
He
Because
was
yo,
supposed to be bitter?
feeding somebody is a basic necessity. So I gotta coax your ego to be fed. Literally is what you're telling me. So because he fed her, then that means he was just joking about what he said about before.
First. He didn't just
What?
feed her. She came to see him.
She paid for a ticket to come see him. Yeah.
She came to see him, regardless if she paid the ticket or not. They had came to spend time together. That was the intention.
Time together. But
Right.
once her vagina wasn't working.
No. Exactly.
He wasn't
why
interested in that
they
time.
still spent time after the vagina was shut down. Once he got the PSA that the pussy was done for the weekend, he was like, all right, I'm still gonna be decent and I'm still gonna chill with her. I'm still gonna be a good time. Like, I don't think that
That's
that
only
means, like,
because he wanted to get the pussy after he already said what he said. He
he
wanted,
wanted
to
to
make
get
sure
the
that he
pussies from
didn't
day
burn the
one. That
bridge.
doesn't change anything. His intentions were always to get the pussy. That doesn't change anything.
True.
That was the plan from day one. The fact that
course.
he continued to be cordial with her is a reflection
So
of him being a cool nigga, but also still trying to be cool about the thing she laid on this
Yeah,
nigga.
I love how y'all are giving
Mid-sex.
credit. I love how y'all are giving credit for niggas
Mid-sex.
not being trash. Like you get an award for not being
I'm
trash.
not giving him a award, but I just feel like we're cutting him down pretty hard for being funny.
Okay.
I don't know if
That's not funny. I didn't find it
Right.
funny.
I don't think it's funny.
You stayed? You left?
She
I
left as soon
stayed
as she
because I also kind of set myself up that way. You know what I mean? Like I thought we were going to be able to have a good time. You know,
Did
I
you
didn't even
leave
set my friend
immediately
up
after-
until the next day.
Did you leave immediately after he said that shit to you? Were you that hurt by what he said?
I wasn't that hurt because, like I said, he did it in some punk ass way where it was like jokey, you know? And I was like, all right, so if you want to be jokey, well, let's just get to know each other then, you know? And I really did want to get to know him. I brought like face mask and like my little gong thing, and I wanted to do yoga and like connect. And you know, I was high. You know, like I thought it was gonna
I
be
don't
dope.
see why
I
you
brought
still
him some
couldn't do
juice
those things.
too, so we
His
could both get high
energy switched. I
together.
think that's the part that you're missing, Mash. His energy switched. It wasn't her.
Thank
His energy
you. We were
switched.
talking about that.
But I feel like you can't be surprised that his energy was switched. Like how could that be so offsetting?
I
to you?
don't
Like, that
mind
is
your
like,
energy
what?
switching, Mash. I just don't want you to verbally say it out loud because it hurts my feelings.
Fair.
What if you
Get on
couldn't
that.
get your dick up? I'd be like, yo, I came all the way from New York for this shit.
That's right. And
Like,
if you said that and as a joke, and I was like still cool and still want to hang out with you, that'd be my decision. That'd be my decision.
and it was
Put
my
on clown
decision to
makeup.
stay. Yeah, I felt like he owed me dinner. I brought
Okay.
fucking red bottoms and some sexy ass shit to wear for him. Like, yeah, I want to go out. I want to be seen tonight. Let's go.
Yeah.
And we did. We went out. We had a good time. We looked cute together.
And then you dumped the nigga.
I
Yeah.
didn't dump him. I just on to the next.
That sounds like dumping.
Okay.
I love how guys love to tell us what we're overcomplicating and I'm sorry,
Of
I'm reading these
course.
comments, and it's like if y'all would just kind of shut up and listen and
Mm-mm.
listen to the words that we're saying to you. It's not
Fair.
overcomplicating. It's necessarily your intent didn't translate well to what it actually is. So take some accountability and be like, you know what, my bad. Maybe my intent didn't translate well, but don't tell me I'm being complicated. Like I hate that shit. I hate it.
All right. Who
Oh,
said
you muted, Sauce. You muted, Sauce.
who said who was complicated in that instance?
So wait, hold on. Before you even get that, because I like that question. It's funny how the women interpret this search situation versus the men, right? Like men are thinking that she's overcompensating things, whereas men don't understand that, like already traveling to see somebody, like you prepared for this. You're probably just as disappointed as him, but like
I actually
You
was.
muted.
Because I
yeah.
really did like him.
Yeah, and then you
Right.
go there and you want to have a good time, but there's just things that keep popping up that are just not funny. One too many jokes too early. It's just real. It's just you didn't. We
All
don't.
his jokes was good until he said that last one though.
I mean, it was
All his
because
jokes was good until he said that last one though,
it
right?
started
No, I
off.
had my
You
red
was
flags.
jerking
I
the
thought they
nigga
were
foot
red
off.
flags,
You
and it confirmed it.
masturbating
No,
the
that's
nigga foot
no.
a
She
minute ago.
said
Everything
it.
was
She
goofy.
said that
Every time
Kevin
she got to a
Samuels was a
different part of
red
the story,
flag.
she kept
All
on
right, so
following up
wait,
the red
wait. I
flag.
just want to know from y'all how many red flags do y'all need before y'all stop fucking with somebody? I'm
So
I'm, I'm asking personally.
that's an
question.
amazing question.
That's the question.
Amazing question.
That's a
Like,
good
let
question.
me know.
Because you're supposed to have some type of patience, right? You're supposed to not just dip out as soon as shit hit the fan.
Right.
But
We're
how
all
much
human.
fan?
We all make mistakes. We all
Yeah,
make
how much
mistakes.
shit needs to hit the fan before it's like, all right, I understand. Shorty had to leave.
Right.
Facts.
I know why she left. Like, so what is
It's
that?
I think it's pretty subjective because if you are good looking and the attraction is really there, I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna put up with some extra red flags.
Mad red flag.
There we go. Especially if you know I got money. If you know I
That's not
got money,
me.
you be
Well,
like,
not money's not necessarily a factor for me, but if I'm
look at her
really
face.
attracted to
Look
you,
at her face. Look
if
at her
I'm
face.
really attracted to you, like there's way more red flags that I'll take than from somebody I'm not really attracted to.
Fair, but I think
I agree with you, Mo.
I think that some people are willing to deal with more red flags if it's beneficial to them in the long run.
Yes, but no.
It was the quick yes.
Yeah, and of course you would. Why
And then no.
Thank you, Sauce. Thank you, Sauce.
Yeah, I mean, yes,
Thank you, Sauce.
in general, but I'm just saying, like,
I mean, it don't
what-
even gotta be nothing extreme, like a nigga like tricking off and buying you shit. Like if this nigga just was your food nigga, this nigga just got you food
I
all
agree.
the time, but he was inappropriate.
No, there's not enough amount of food that'll make me put up with that.
Maybe
maybe
maybe inappropriate is the wrong word because that
Yeah, I
sounds
was
like a
gonna say
trigger word. Maybe
inappropriate.
inappropriate is different, but maybe he just I don't know. He had something wrong with him that you didn't qualify to make him like a candidate, the nigga you really fuck with.
Yeah.
But you keep him around
Because he's
for
a good
whatever
time and
reason.
some food. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I agree, Rachel.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Is it to our detriment though? Is it to our detriment in the long run? Because do we always come back and look around in the mirror and see that clown makeup that we put on for that whole time that we was looking at those red flags and ignoring them?
As long as
Facts.
it's on private, I don't mind. wearing something.
What you mean?
Just as long
Like
as
I'm
it's
not,
not on
I'm not gonna be, I'm
public.
not gonna
No,
be
publicly.
Jenny Lee. Like I don't want that. I don't want
No.
you. I don't want the whole live. Everybody's watching. Everybody like I let me be a fucking clown in private where I can choose who gets to know about my circus. Like
Yeah,
do
nah,
not,
for sure.
don't do the most. Like nah, I'll
Yeah.
cry in silence. I'm not gonna be on the live with my titties on and no makeup or no little
Just
lotion
going
or nothing like that,
crazy.
looking crazy, jumping in niggas' lives, trying to prove that I'm not a side bitch.
I'm worthy.
Nigga.
See,
Uh,
and I'm gonna be honest. So look, and I look at situations like you see how they got the baby and Delilah,
That girl,
Jenny
yeah.
Lee.
right?
Yeah.
It's like you see red flags all over this shit, all over this shit. What
Don't get
he
me started.
sees in her, what he's using her for, what she might possibly be using him for, and shit like that. And it's like we know shit gonna eventually possibly go bad when niggas' intentions is just all fucked up and shit. But once again, when you blindsided and shit,
and it's not even blindsided. We will literally, ladies, and I know we can all could attest to this. We will literally see the red flag, be like, yo, that shit's red as fuck. This is exactly what it is. And then like literally 5 minutes later, like, but maybe we were just being over because we're so used to people telling us we're over emotional,
Yes.
we're overthinking, we're so complicated. We
rid of
start
your
telling
list.
ourselves this. Maybe I'm being hard. Maybe I'm being this. So then again, those red flags start turning into fuchsia pink. Maybe it's yellow. I just need to caution, be happy, but I'm still gonna fuck with this person. And then later on, after 3 years of doing that dumb shit, right? Well, I didn't throw out numbers. That was a little personal. After after years,
Tell us more. Tell us
I had to
more,
get
my
some
nigga.
shit off. I had to get some
Share,
shit
my
off.
nigga.
Right?
Where you drink at? Where your Henny? Where your hot wings at? What's
There's
going
definitely
on
some
here?
Henny
This
and
is false
ginger ale
advertisement.
happening right now.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
well,
I'll
not
take
Henny,
that.
cognac.
Okay,
But
I dig it.
Same thing.
But yeah, we get to that place, and those same red flags that we saw day one are the same reasons why we're here,
Facts.
year whatever. Like,
Facts.
what the
Yo,
fuck?
you
And
you
that's
gotta believe in people's red flags on some real
right,
shit. Like
right.
when you see it, don't try to ignore the shit. Like it's easy to get caught up in like, oh, I like this person because of X, Y, and Z. But when you know you don't accept A, fuck all that
Stop at
shit.
that A. Stop at that A. That's it.
Being honest.
Yeah, that's real. Because fellas do it with no problem. Let's just call it what it is.
I
They'll
got
do it
blocked.
with
I
you
got
got blocked. Okay.
And you've let shit slide for a lot longer, and you know, like shit. I've never got that's pretty mean. He was pretty mean to you.
Leave it to hot sauce to rub the salt.
I'm just. It was a mean. He was a mean. That was mean.
So, but you know
And
what's
you
wild?
should give me his shit so I can fucking say some
You see,
shit.
I'm gonna be honest though. When y'all say shit is mean, especially when it comes from a dude and shit, and my mom sitting here like, look, that's communication. This nigga tried to
It
communicate
just
something
wasn't
to
what
y'all.
we didn't want to hear, right?
Wasn't what you wanted to hear. Wasn't what
Yeah,
you wanted to hear. A lot
I
of
don't
the
think he
time,
meant to say it like that though. I
right.
think I think it came out like
Yeah.
like blurted out like, why the fuck you here?
Unfiltered
Like,
thought.
what the fuck we supposed to do
Unfiltered thought.
now? Like that's
100%.
exactly what I kind of felt the energy, and I kind of felt the same way too. Like, dang, I wanted to fuck too. Like, he was sucking the shit out of my titties.
There we
Like, really
go.
good.
There we
Like
go.
I
was
wanted
doing
to.
There we go.
And
Then the
that
truth comes
titty
out. Here we
sucking
go.
thing is a
But
bad thing.
because you allowed that, and you're too old for that. You're
Right.
47 years old. How much
Right.
pussy have you gotten? It's not that serious. And then I even asked him later in the night, as we were at dinner and stuff. I was like, "When's the last time you had sex?" And he told me 2 weeks ago. You know,
Facts.
a nigga
Why
that
not?
said 2 weeks ago means yesterday. You know, the bitch just left the house this morning before your flight
This morning,
came in.
literally.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes. I don't. Yeah. I think he was.
he was rude. He was rude.
Boy.
And he knows it.
And
CK, Thug Life, Thug Life.
you know, it ain't an episode without CK.
Yo, I feel like CK is one of the realest I've ever seen in my life.
9:37.
I want to
lit.
see him.
He's lit, baby.
CK
What time
is
is
a
his
whole
bedtime?
trip.
It's 9.
Okay. Oh,
But Wednesdays he
37
gotta be on his bullshit because I'm here.
He knows
So
what's
now
up.
he like to act like he can't sleep. Probably eating all the damn cookies in the fucking house.
Give him a PB&J. I don't know that. That's not gonna help at all. But
It's
I'm not a
gonna
mom. Clearly, I'm not a mom. Clearly,
That's just more sugar. That sounds like
I know,
clearly I'm
right?
not a parent. Clearly.
So what we got next?
Nigga, why don't you lock the door?
Oh.
Because when something happens, it's just a baby.
That nigga he know how to knock.
that nigga is not a baby. He could wipe his own ass. He is not a baby.
Stop it.
Oh, the voice. It's the voice for me.
Jill, go.
All right. So, do y'all know what your love language is? How do you best receive love? Is it
Go
through?
TJ, go TJ, go TJ.
Oh, I
go.
love
Go
this
TJ, go TJ, go TJ, go.
Go.
Go TJ, go TJ.
Are you a quality time person? Acts of service, physical touch, gifts, or words of affirmation? What's your love language?
Before I tell you my love language, the Sophisticatedly Ratchet podcast did a whole series of love language
I saw that.
episodes.
So we
Super
do.
dope. Check us out. We're everywhere you hear podcasts. My love language, I think it's been changing, and you can have all of them, right? It's just how they're ranked. And I think right now for me, my love language is quality time.
That's the
I
top
want to
one.
get to know you. I don't want to rush
Yeah.
into anything. I want to get to know you because I want you to be my last. I want to make this work. I want to put into you. I want to pour into you. I want you to pour into me. So I want to get to know you. So right now it's like quality time. And if you're not, then next, you know.
Yeah, I'm I know we did the
Hold on.
sorry.
What's your second runner-up?
After quality time,
Yep.
right now I've been horny. So I'm gonna say
I
physical
want
touch.
them
So really what it
big.
is. What like TJ, how low have you gotten,
Dick until
bitch?
touch.
How fucking low have
Absolutely.
you gotten, bitch? But okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just say physical touch, but I can touch myself. I'm okay with that too. That works. And it's
Yeah.
safe. I digress.
Okay, everybody give your main and then your back and then your number two.
Got
Okay,
it.
so
No,
I
but one of
Go ahead.
the things that one of our hot wings just said is with quality time being your primary love language, and for him to be like, well, why are you here then? That's why that comment hits so hard, right? Because of the fact that,
Yes.
like,
I didn't
that
even
is
feel
literally how you feel love is by spending quality time with someone, and then here someone is telling you that your time is not even like valuable to them, right? So
That's a smart hot wing.
Come on, you better therapize. Come
Yes.
on.
Therapy.
She's trying to take your shine.
There we go.
philosopher.
Facts.
I'm
Facts.
here
That's
for
a smart hot
that.
wing. I like the hot wings.
Facts. I like that.
Can I come
They
on
wild.
again?
You just
That's
got
dope.
me together.
So,
Jeez.
Like it. Put it
so
together.
look, I did do the test. I like the test and shit. And I'm not gonna lie, I think like before they ask a lot of questions if you start to do one of these love languages tests and shit like that. And before I used to think like I was a purely like physical touch type of person. I thought that was like my main love language or whatnot. And then when I started answering the questions, I did one of these tests that they had online or whatnot. Come to find out my top one seemed to be words of affirmation. And I was sitting here like, what's your affirmation? But when I think about it, I'm saying here like, you know what? I am really big on words. I'm big on communication. That's number one. SWAT podcast and shit. Okay.
Got it.
But I feel like, yeah, things that my partner would tell me, my woman's gonna tell me and shit like that, that shit resonates deep with me. So yeah, if she gonna love me, like it's important that she tells me that shit. If she's gonna do a lot of shit for me, like it's important that she relays that to me in a verbal fashion or whatnot. And yeah, I just feel like thoughts become like actions and real shit. So that's why I believed in like the fact that words of affirmation were my number one. Number two was actually acts of service. Because I'm not gonna lie, Flash do not know how to cook. Flash do not get down in the kitchen. He do not do a lot of things in the. I do service shit because I like servicing whatever I can for like my woman or whatever the case is. But I realized like, yeah, when women do certain things for you to show you love, especially through acts of service, and granted that could be like cooking for you, that could be like rubbing your feet and shit like TJ was doing and shit, like let a woman rub my
Look at
feet.
TJ. Look at TJ's face.
Listen, a woman rub my feet, I'm gonna love her forever, nigga. Forever, nigga.
Is that
Look,
all it takes? Is that the cheat code?
it's one of them. Shit.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like acts of service are big though. It's hard
Doesn't
to
trump pussy.
yeah. What you said doesn't trump pussy?
It doesn't. Well, obviously, you want pussy more than you want a foot rub, but
But that's the thing though. I feel like you say it doesn't trump pussy, and that's cool, but it's a difference between I guess like getting like pussy and like a woman that want to like really give you like a service, like she's ready to service you and shit. So it all intertwines when we talk about love languages and shit. They all can like cross each other to a certain degree, but yeah, those are my top two though.
And mash. I'm sorry. Spew God the drip.
Drip on
That
them.
is
Drip
all
on them.
those-
Drip on them.
No, that's all good. I appreciate the drip. Thank you so much. My love language is primary love language is acts of service, and I thought it was gonna be words of affirmation, because I like to talk and communicate. But I really like when people do shit for me because I do a lot for myself. So like,
Yeah.
so when someone does something for me, it's like a big deal because I don't expect things to be done for me. So when they get done, it's like a shock. Like, oh shit, I really appreciate that. And words of affirmation because I like to feel good. Like when you tell me shit, that just makes my insides like light up like a Christmas tree. When you tell me like, you doing a good job, Mash. Yeah,
Bitch, you did a good job.
You know what I mean? Words of affirmation do it for me. But those are my love languages for sure.
Yeah, can I just interject real quick too? And
Yes.
why I remember why words of affirmation are so powerful for me because I talk a whole bunch of shit during sex, and that's why I understand like why words of affirmation are big for me and shit like that because I need to be talked to during sex as well. So as
Maybe
much shit as once again we talking about communication and shit, right?
Right,
As
right.
much as I want to communicate to a woman and shit like that, I need her to tell me. I want her to tell me certain shit, and that helps me
Like
understand like
what?
Right.
What's
stop
your
that.
shit talking?
Yeah, not with that voice.
What does shit
Wait a
talking
minute.
sound like?
Yeah,
What
Flash, tell her,
Wow.
tell her what you want to hear, bro.
we can
Let her
segue right
know.
into this real quick. We'll keep going, but I want to
Nah,
know all of you guys. Is
nah.
your shit talking
So
or what is
so
it
look,
talking?
so I'm gonna be honest, when I fuck women and shit and I start talking my shit, number one, I need you to reaffirm like the shit I'm telling you is real. So it's like if I call you a bitch, if I'm choking you, if I'm doing certain shit, I want you to tell me and reaffirm like you like to be choked, you like to be called a bitch, you like when I tell you and demand from you certain shit in the bedroom and shit like that. And I feel like damn, where was I going with this? Because I had flashbacks. My bad.
You know, 'cause I was
Clearly I did
flashback
too.
too.
Clearly I
And
did. Like,
Definitely.
whoa.
Mo rubbing her
All
neck
there
and
was
shit,
to
putting
Whoa.
on headphones and shit.
Shit.
So it's biting her fingernails and shit. Casey
because
over
I
here with
was
the
like,
side eye.
whoa.
Whoa,
Tell them,
clever.
Flash. They asked. They wanted
Wow.
to know. This is your floor, brother. This
My collar. Whoa.
But anyway, I say that to
Go
say
on.
words of affirmation are important, especially during sex, because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm the most vulnerable person during sex, and I know I say a lot of things I mean during sex, even if it's just like affirmations and shit like that. So when I tell a chick like I love her or I'm a I say a lot of wild shit, but
Go ahead. Tell
when I
us like what?
stop it.
I think it's talking.
nah, don't stop now, pimping.
Don't
Don't
stop.
stop.
Yo,
Don't stop
you
Just
see
now,
give
him
us,
pimping. Go
like,
give us
ahead.
a little. You can go back into your philosophy, but I just want to hear
just give
shit
us an
talk.
example.
Like what you be saying.
As far as words of affirmations and shit,
I don't think it be words of
shit,
affirmation.
That
you put me on the spot. You
I
put
feel
me on
like
the
it's not
spot.
even words of
Words of
affirmation.
degradation.
Like,
What do you
Exactly.
like to
It is.
hear?
Words
It's
of
yours,
okay, so
daddy.
disrespect.
no, all right,
Take
so
it. What
yeah,
do you
so
want to
look,
hear?
all right,
You're
so
doing
look,
such a
so
good
so
job.
all right,
What?
so when we talk about what I want to hear and shit, of course, like, yeah, you gotta say, you gotta call me daddy. You gotta let me know, like, is the stroke proper? Like, is because women got angles and shit. And I'm the type of person where it's like I want to find out like what's your angle and shit. So if I'm hitting the right angle, if I'm at 80 degrees due south and shit like that, I need you to tell me like, yo, nigga, you right there. That's the spot. You know what to do, nigga. It's go time. Whatever the fuck you need to do,
I
and
could
tell me words of affirmation and shit. That shit is big for me. I'm telling you, like, you got to talk to me. I can't do silent sex. I just
No, I
can't do
know
silent
that's
sex.
whack. Silence that's
Yeah.
Do you do
So
whack.
moaning? Does it have to be talking? Can it just be
I
moaning?
grunt, I moan, I roar, I do a lot of shit. Like
Ooh.
that's all. Like, cause I'm giving her words of affirmation too. You got to remember that. So even though that's my love language, that's also one of the love languages where I'm okay communicating to a woman too. So it's like I'd rather talk during sex. I'd rather tell you I'm the shit during sex. I'd rather tell you whose pussy this is during sex. It's like I'm going to own that shit.
Ah.
So yeah.
So I'm grateful that you said this, Flash, because I feel like guys love to use the cop out of whatever said during sex. I didn't mean that. We was having sex. But that's usually when their most vulnerable
Nah,
moments come
I'm
out.
I'm speaking my affirmations during sex. If I say I'm gonna buy you a house and
Oh
I'm gonna give
wow.
you this dick the way I
Oh
like,
wow.
yeah, I mean that shit.
Oh,
At
you
least in the
talk that
moment.
shit. He said, I
Yeah.
No,
mean
no,
that
no,
shit
no.
then.
Not
I
at
can't.
least in the
See, you
moment.
see
You
how they
can't
do
promise
that?
me a house, and then when you pull out, the house dream goes
What,
away.
what,
No.
what? I said something about a house? What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
No,
What's
you
that's
up?
the
lost me,
word
my
of
nigga. You lost me.
fantasy.
I'm
That's
dropping
not
a bomb dick,
affirmation.
and that's pretty much it. You talking about mortgages and shit.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
different, my nigga. I ain't doing that.
But no, they
jeez.
even say the words of affirmation, and that's
You
another part of that
beautiful.
soul tie
I
that's
love
very
you.
fucking real.
I ain't
That
never heard that.
conversation that happens during that sex interaction is very fucking real.
And
That's
Is
don't
why I
look
don't
each
be
other in the
talking.
eye.
That's why
Yo,
you
that
don't
whose
talk to these
pussy is
niggas.
it? Whose is that? That
Nope.
claiming shit that is creating soul
Mum's
ties.
the word.
Key phrase in that moment.
Y'all ain't shit in that
The
moment.
eye contact. Actually, it was Flash
Yes.
that told me this. He was like, stare a nigga in his eyes while
What's
you
this?
like
Yeah.
suck
While
his
he
dick,
while you
you know,
make
like
him
while he's
come.
like coming in your mouth or some shit
Yeah.
like that. He said,
Yeah,
stare
we
him in the
told
eyes.
Source the
And
same
it was
thing.
snatch his soul, right? Was that the lesson?
No, he's
Yeah.
while he's about to come from anything, you
Mhm.
stare in his eyes, and that's when you have him for life.
Yeah, for
Unless
sure.
That's why they
Yeah.
close their eyes when
unless
they
you meet
fucking.
unless you meet Satan's spawn who looks you dead
Yeah, I
smack
don't
in
know
your
what's up with
eyes
everybody.
and they looking now it's a stare off
Grab
challenge
your,
and
you're like look
So like
in bird box. Look at me.
you
Look
stare. No,
at
you stare.
me.
It's fucking crazy.
I feel like because I like snatching souls, I gotta be the first nigga to say, "Look at me, look at me." Like I got
He's
look
one
in
of
my
the ones.
eyes.
He's one of the ones y'all having a stare off with. Like, no, you look, no. I don't have time for none of that.
Fuck that shit. Ain't gonna catch me
You
slipping.
guys like shit talking?
You didn't see what Mo was sitting there like.
I do like it, but
Yeah.
I'm actually incredibly awkward at it. You might get like 2 or 3 phrases out of me, then I run out. Like I'm like, I don't know. What am I supposed to say
What are your
next?
phrases?
Oh damn, you both put me on the spot. Daddy, easy go to with the daddy.
Talk to me.
That dick good.
Talk to me. Come on. What else you got?
Oh, you hitting all the spots.
I like that.
They don't be
Okay.
hitting, no, they don't be hitting.
That pussy talk back. What's up?
Oh, the pussy definitely talks back.
Okay.
I ask
Committed.
them questions. Now I need affirmation. You like this,
Yes,
pussy, don't you?
that's
This
right.
shit feel good, don't it? Like shit like
Amazing.
that.
Don't it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Don't it? Yeah. You gotta.
What would y'all do if they was like, no, I don't?
I'd be like, damn.
I'm gonna shut the
How
fuck up.
about
I'm
if
gonna get
you
to
do it like
work.
this?
I'm gonna get to work.
What about like this?
I'm gonna get to
When
work.
that nigga tell me no, it don't.
Really?
When I tell you my
It's just a
vagina
warm-up,
immediately, no, my vagina immediately will turn into Sahara Desert. Immediately.
Facts.
The moment you're not coaxing my ego, this shit is done for.
I agree with
I
you.
agree.
I agree with you
Immediately.
wholeheartedly. You got to feed my ego when we fucking. I'll be honest with you, 100%.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's,
I don't know.
I'm too awkward, James. I'm way too awkward. Some dumb shit will come out like, oh yeah, guess what I ate today? Like something stupid. Like, and that's
What?
exactly. Like I can't say whatever comes out of my brain organically because it's gonna be something stupid. It's gonna be something dumb.
yeah,
That's why I had
don't
to
wanna
think.
have
I
this
gotta think.
conversation. Can we change the subject?
No, I want to know.
Sure.
Yo, do you like shit talking?
I haven't had sex in so long. I don't know what I like. It doesn't matter.
How
I
long
don't
is so
know.
long?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know. Who cares?
It's the jaded Jill for
We
today.
care. We care, Jill.
It's the jaded
I want
Jill
to get you
today.
a gift for
Can
Christmas.
somebody find Jill a dick?
TJ already said that she hasn't since June. So you
Right.
can't.
June.
You're not more than June.
Yeah, probably around the same amount of time.
Do you have sex with yourself at least?
Yes, she has plenty of that.
Yeah.
So why she look sad?
Because we're all been here talking about what we like. I'm like, I don't know.
She over there fucking
It's
marinating
been
and
so
shit.
long. I don't know.
I
Yo,
feel
Jill,
sad.
you know what you like? You
I don't
don't know.
recall. It's been so long.
I
What?
forgot.
How do you like to be affirmed? Do you like to be affirmed and like, oh, like you like your titties rubbed? You like saying, oh, my titties are so nice, or you like?
I gotta be sexual, man.
Oh, I'm
Right, that's
sorry.
all the
I
affirmation Mash
thought
knows.
this is what we were talking about. My bad.
Word,
We
you
was
don't see
talking
how
about
she.
shit talk in the bedroom though. We was talking about shit talk in the bedroom.
Not there no more.
Okay, sorry.
I'm the bad guy now.
I mean, you asked how can
I'm the
she be
bad guy?
affirmed, and then you went straight to sex. I was like, dang, that's how the
Yo,
only way she
I
can
want
be
you-
affirmed is
I
sexually.
want y'all to notice, like we was talking about like talking shit. Jill was saying like this. She was spinning that motherfucking one braid and shit. I'm saying like, yeah, she needs some dick. She looking for some dick. She spinning that one braid for like an hour.
Oh, jaded Jill.
That's what made me ask.
Okay.
That's
But
what made
when
me
you-
ask what she need to be affirmed, because she looked like she was interested in what my nigga was saying. So I wanted to know from her perspective.
I'm very interested. I will
See?
like literally I will watch anyone have sex right now. Like that's how bad it is. Like I get that it's not in the cards for me, but like if y'all are doing that, let me just watch. This is all,
I'm in the service of watching at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
shout out. shameless plug. I mean, nobody gonna cut us a check for this, but Baddie Hub.
I
don't know
was
if you
right
know
about to
it.
throw that in there.
BaddieHub.com is a spot now where you get your porn. Okay, listen, I know X videos and Pornhub had the title for a minute. Baddie Hub is where it's at.
Okay,
Baddie Hub is where it's at because all those chicks who had OnlyFans. Now they
They're
on
over
Baddie
there
Hub.
now.
Now they on Baddie Hub.
Okay.
And we getting all exclusive like regular sex, and I love
unedited shit.
sex.
I like that.
Yo, this nigga, this
regular sex is amazing.
This nigga is the MVP. This nigga gave me Baddie Hub, and I think I was telling TJ, and we didn't record this on the podcast or nothing like that, but I was telling him I came on accident. Like usually I'm a nigga that like
did say that.
I try to like get to like I try to get to like the 5th or the 7th video before I'm like, all right, it's my time now.
Shit is powerful, bro. Shit is powerful, bro.
I got mind control over Debo.
Yeah, so I'm going, I'm sitting here like, oh, we only 2 videos in. All right, this ain't nothing or whatnot. You know, I'm sitting here like, all right, they look good and whatnot. But by the time I got to the 3rd video, like it was an accident, a whole accident, as far as like nothing prematurely on your porn video rotations and shit. And when I tell you I nutted on the 3rd video, I'm sitting here like you sad nigga. You just you couldn't have, you've done better than this before. X video gave you at least 6.
The way y'all beat yourselves up.
No, because I expected more from myself. I'll be honest with you. Like, so
facts.
I'll say like, yeah, it's a top tier website as far as like porn, quality of porn. We talking HD shit, nigga. It's 1080p.
I mean, I feel like in terms of like the type of quality I got going on here, I'm one for ones. Like you cycle through some videos and you like, let me see what this is about. When I see one, I don't even make it through it. I don't even make it through the one. And then the next time I hit a new one, like random Jones, it just be working. I was like, damn, this is a new site. Like,
and you know what's wild though? Sometimes the recommendations be trash, but the recommendations on this shit be not decent. Decent.
Baddie Hub, everybody.
Oh, it really is like real people. Like
see that?
Yeah,
BADDIES. She's on it now.
You
shouldn't watch it right now though, because we're supposed to be talking about stuff.
It's real. It's for real stuff.
Yeah, I'm real big on like amateur porn, so that's why this website like works for me.
Yeah,
that's the best. I'm on it. I am on it.
So Jill, just throwing that out there in terms of like watching people want to have sex.
I appreciate you, King. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we got you. You can stop twirling your braid and shit now.
Thanks.
Oh my God, there's so much in my.
It's
okay,
the hopelessness for Jill.
Yo, hold up, wait. We was asking the question before this. What the fuck was the question?
No, I know. Yeah, I was just quickly before we get back into love languages.
Okay, yeah.
Shit talking. TJ, you like shit talking?
I enjoy it. I think my introduction was back in the day. What's his name? I fucking my Chucks. He had the 2 tattoo guns on his hips. He was from Cali.
You talking about Wesley Pipes?
I know
Wesley. No, was it Wesley Pipes' his name?
I remember the 2 guns on his hips. I remember the.
Yeah, so he kind of got me into it, growing up. And not every guy talks to you. You know what I mean? Like that's like a little bit more of a mature sex, maybe in 30s sex. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So I enjoy
wasn't nobody
it.
talking in our 20s. I know damn sure wasn't nobody talking.
Nigga, you
that's crazy. You fucking your word. You should have read.
You were saying stupid stuff.
So right, like
yeah,
so
like this dick.
Dumb shit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Are you mad, Mo?
I'm mad angry today. Mad bitter.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Mash, did we get to you?
Nah, but I definitely like to be affirmed while I'm having sex for sure. Like if we rocking and rolling, like I need to know that I'm hitting that spot for sure. And if I'm not, then you got to give me some type of signal or something, because I won't keep doing this if you ain't enjoying this shit. Like, what should I be doing different here? You need to navigate me. What you like?
Do you guys like to be spoken nicely about it? Like, no,
don't matter. Don't matter.
Is it just like?
Depends on the setting. It depends on the setting.
Guys low-key love being smutted the hell out. Like, talk to them very disrespectfully.
You see, you done fucked up with me then, because when women challenge me, I know like we got to take it to like the whole next level and shit. Y'all start talking
that. It opens up that Scion level. That's what I'm saying. It opens
the next level.
The whole nother level. So if you think you're gonna smut me out, I'm gonna smut you the fuck out. Like
that's it.
It opens up another level.
I'm always going one up. I'm always going one up.
I mean, can I get mean?
It does.
You gotta
It
be.
can get a
Yeah,
little mean.
mean.
You could be whatever you want. You could be whatever you want. You're gonna
It can get a little
lose.
mean.
You're gonna lose. You're gonna
Right
lose.
there.
this
You
I got
gonna
a
battle.
lose.
couple. I got a couple battle scars from taking it up a notch. You know, it gets a little crazy.
You're gonna take that. You're gonna take that L and be happy. You can be like, damn, I'm so glad I tried. I'm
Right?
so
It's a
glad
good
I tried.
experience.
Like,
Everybody
yeah,
wins when it's all
fuck
said
is
and
wrong
done.
with you?
Everybody wins when it's all said and done. But
I'm
No, 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 nigga, no,
serious.
nigga. I won.
see,
You participated in my victory,
facts.
See?
victim.
Because I literally,
Get
I
the
need,
fuck out of here.
every time I listen to people on this podcast, I just feel like I need to grow up. Like, I need to grow up. I need to let
Yeah.
shit happen. I'm like
Wait, but hot sauce,
ridiculously
we were trying to give
foolish.
you tips before about like how to suck dick better and shit. Not that we sucking dick, we don't suck dick, but I'm just telling you, like we telling you how we wanted our dick sucked, and we try to give you tips. Like,
I
did you
mean
ever
that
take those tips?
I don't have any problem in those areas. It's just like going above and beyond, like the super shit talking, like the spitting in the mouths, the
You come to
you know,
my
all
class.
of those
I got a TED talk.
things. Jesus Christ.
TED
I
Talk
mean,
is mean.
it's like
I got a master class.
I want to be able to
I got a
experience
shit
these
talk.
and have these types of stories, and I just feel like I can't. I'm like flabbergasted. Oh,
Yo,
you guys are
yo,
so dirty.
I'm gonna tell you one. I'm gonna tell you something. Hot sauce. I ain't. So I was listening to y'all season debut and shit. I ain't like the fact how you was like, oh yeah, we getting the niggas who spit in bitches' mouths on the fucking podcast and shit like that. Number one, yes, we do.
Don't shame us. Don't shame us. Don't shame us. Don't you fucking shame us.
You
Don't
saw
you
everybody
fucking
pause,
shame us.
like, wait.
Yeah, don't do that. Like, when did this change? Like,
Don't you
Like,
fucking shame us.
That's not how you gotta talk about us though. Like, so, but yeah, like I said, shit talking, all that shit is real. Yeah.
I wonder, do niggas be having like mommy issues? Like, what makes you want to get into the bedroom? And I mean, don't get me, I'm with all the shits. I just be wondering, like, what in your brain makes you want to get there where you like, I just want to disrespect the shit out of this person in this moment.
You know what it is for me? I just want to know like how nasty we could be together. That's really
Okay.
that's really for me. I want to see how far you willing to go. How
So
far you willing to push this with me?
Is it nasty when you punch me in the back of the head? You know that dirty, what is that called? The donkey
That's
thing?
not
What is that
Dirty
called?
Sanchez, the Dirty
That's
Sanchez.
violence. That's violence.
What are you supposed
Like,
to do?
Dirty Sanchez.
No,
When you
no,
come in, you punch him in the back of the head.
Mo. That's called domestic violence.
Right. That's what I'm like. I
Just wanna
don't,
let you know
that's
that
not
shit.
nasty.
That's
Like,
domestic
that's,
violence.
That's a whole different type of shade of gray.
Like, that's my thing. I don't know. I've never allowed myself to go that far with anybody.
What do
I
you
mean,
mean
I've
that
never been
far?
punched in the
either.
back of the head either. That's a bit much. I'm
No,
fighting.
not
Like
like,
that.
I mean, just even
I'm fighting.
right.
even what you said, Mash, like, you know, how nasty or can we get? Like, I don't want to figure that out.
Why not?
I don't know. Like,
You don't want to get that. You don't never want to be nasty.
I mean, I feel like I have a low threshold for pleasure. So, like,
Okay.
after a little while, it might feel a little abusive to me. Like,
mean,
oh
okay.
my God, how
So
many times can I possibly come today?
you
Like,
made it very clear that you're a two pump chump throughout throughout this entire broadcast. You made it very clear. Now, my thing is, at what point does it stop being about you? Because you know you're a two pump chump.
I
Like,
know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want it to be about me. I want to be able to like participate and please. I just have like a
Right.
mental block.
right. I think that's what we need to get past because I feel like we already know you finished. Like, and at this point, it ain't gonna be about you. It's gonna be about you having to just be a participant in this. You know, like you got to be a happy participant because nobody wants a grumpy goose. Like
Right.
nobody wants a sloppy like.
Or
Nobody
the
wants a
dead
sloppy dick
starfish.
suck. Like no one wants a
Nobody-
sad dick suck. Nobody ever.
Or your famous episode, your favorite position, the dead starfish. Is that what we called it?
No one wants that. No
Yeah.
one.
That's
No one. Nobody said ever. So, you know, I think that like that's one of the things we got to try to like work past initially.
It's
Yeah.
hot sauce's face for me.
Yo, I'm definitely one of them niggas that feel like disrespectful sex is like still like alive and well. I am not a person that feels like we need to wait till we get to the bedroom before we start treating each other all good and shit. And I feel like you should. When we talk about like, especially, I mean, I'm speaking for myself. When we talk about like masculine energy meets like feminine energy, we need to understand, like, in the bedroom there is a place where you can just be yourself. You can let out your inhibitions. There's a freedom that is involved with, like, being in the bedroom, and some of that is like, yeah, you got to be a little bit disrespectful.
Of course.
Like, I love calling my women bitches in the bed and all types of shit, and women like being called bitches in the bed and all types of shit
But are
like
you
that.
doing that aftercare though, Flash?
Absolutely.
That's exactly. Thank you, Mo.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Thank
If you
you.
need
Because
to know,
I need
yes, I
sweet
am.
and sour. You
Yeah,
know, like
so
it has to.
well, look, but my sour is sour.
As long as for me, ain't
Sounds
no
like
such thing as too
abuse.
sour. As long as there's a sweet follow up, because that's where a
Yeah.
lot of guys fuck up and don't understand. You can kind of get away with being real crazy with most women. I won't say all, but with most women, if you take good care of them outside of that bedroom, baby, in that bedroom, it's no holds bar.
Nah, yeah, I agree with you on that.
In the bedroom, I need both though. I want you to be like, if you're gonna slap me or something, but like, you know, you have a beautiful face or some shit like
Right.
that.
Let
Like,
me
let it be
slap that
sweet
pretty
and
ass face
sour.
of yours. Right. Let me
You know
slap
what I
that
mean?
beautiful ass
Like,
face of yours.
yes, say something like that. I'm like, okay,
Yes, daddy.
you know,
Yes.
like you have to
So
like
for
make it sweet. I don't want you to feel like you're really abusing me. Like,
so
Right
for
just
now,
nigga,
like
I'm
well, for,
questioning: do you have mom issues? Like, do you like women? Are you upset with
yeah.
me? Like, now I'm
I
questioning.
love and respect women, absolutely.
so
Yeah.
if I came to you and I was like, let me fuck your pretty mouth, you'd
Ooh,
be
I
more
like
accepting of
that.
I'm
that.
like,
Yes. Yes, dad.
Got you,
yes. You
got you,
see, it's so easy. And y'all
copy
said we
that.
complicated? No.
No. Nobody ever said y'all was complicated. Y'all
But you
just
know what? What I do learn is sometimes
James in the comments
if
did.
they're looking for their person. Now, there's guys that just want to disrespect women, right? But if they're
uh,
looking for that one, they do want you to kind of be all of the above. So they do want you to be their bitch. They do want you to be your pretty little mouth. They do want you to be their queen. They do want you to be all of the above.
Thank
that's
you.
right. And
Thank
that's
you.
how you
Yes,
get
Mo.
yours. That's how you get yours. That's how you get a chip. That's how you
Like
get a chip.
Fuck them chips, though. Fuck them chips.
Just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Respectful like a finger in your boot.
I don't put no
Shout out
fingers
to
in my booty
Hotwings,
though.
you know.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
I
I'm
didn't
not
think
about
that was
fingers.
disrespectful. But...
Yeah, I think that's pretty standard. Fingers in
Yeah,
the
that's
booty.
standard, right? Like, what else are you supposed to do
Back
with
shots,
that?
fingers
Word.
in the booty. Like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we doing
That's how we do here on Henny and Hotwings. It's not. Y'all should come to Sophisticatedly Ratchet. We got whole types of conversations about fingers and butts. Apparently,
James
Facts.
says to me, it's too close to violence, so it's turn off for me. Slapping and choking.
Oh no, I
Well,
like
what
But
that,
all
what
it's
of
that,
not
them.
like aggressive. It's
No, no.
like,
It's a
you know, like
passionate. It's a passionate slap.
yes.
It's a
yeah,
passionate
yeah,
choke.
yeah.
It's
This is not. Once
It's like
again,
a this slap. It's not like
this
a,
is this.
you
Yeah,
know.
this ain't domestic violence. This ain't
Oh,
domestic violence. This is moderated sensuality with a little bit of aggression.
Yeah, come on.
Yes.
whoa! You
Ooh.
went
Like,
a lot
that was good, right? God damn,
I like
I did
that.
that
Okay.
shit.
You got that.
2 snaps for you, King. 2
I
snaps
I
for you,
like
like
King.
that. Was
that.
good. Do you remember what? Say that again.
I
Jill, did
don't
you write
remember what I
that down?
said.
Jill, did
I
you write it
know.
down?
Moderated sensuality with a little bit of aggression.
That's why. This is why
Thank you,
we
my
have
love. Thank you, my
Jill.
love. Appreciate that.
She's
Write
the
that down.
glue.
Thank you.
Is she writing notes?
Nah, you did that. You did that, King.
No, that was good. That was good. All right. So back to love languages.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that.
No.
Shit, we were, huh? I forgot
Yeah, we
about
got
that.
you.
Total left. Total left.
I
was
thought
just
Total
like
left.
it transitioned to like fuck language, right? Like
immediately. What's our fuck language? Fuck
That's
yeah.
what these
That other
guys.
shit.
That wasn't my fault. That was definitely
Who's next
so.
at this
All
point?
right. So this is our turning point. So we can continue on,
Okay.
or we can do a part 2
Continue.
later. Where do we want to go? Because I'm asking that because typically with Flash and Mash, they still hold the record for our longest episode. Not that I'm trying to break that
So
tonight,
what we do here. So we
because
do
it's
here. Just
Wednesday.
saying, it's good conversation.
But
It's good
we
conversation, baby.
we
We here for
can
this.
let it rock till 10:30. It would have to be a group consensus.
I'm okay with 10:30, but I feel like we got to get to the after show because I feel like that's gonna be crazy on its own.
Nah,
But
nah,
10:30.
do a part two. Do a
Oh,
part
you want to do
two.
part 2? Yeah, they don't need
Yeah.
too much right now. They don't
Yeah.
need too much. Yeah.
So we'll leave that here
Wow,
because
what
we
a
want
place to leave it.
We're gonna leave that there. We're gonna stick a pin in it because we have the audio, we have the visual, so we know where we left off.
If I do
Things
this,
might change by then. So we don't know. So we'll leave that here in respect for the adults' times that have to go to bed.
Yeah, people got work in the morning and
That's
shit.
Yeah.
work. No, some kidding.
And I
I
know they would
mean,
love to hear it, but soon we're going to be putting our after shows on Patreon because if
You
mm,
got
y'all
to
want to
pay for
hear
that
that
content.
information, you will have to pay for that.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, so
Patreon's like the OnlyFans for podcasts and shit. But
Facts.
go ahead.
I need to get on that.
exactly, because that's where we'll turn up the notch. So for now, we'll bid you adieu. But we'll have some last words as usual in H&H fashion. We'll start with TJ.
Thank you guys for having me. Is that what I was gonna say?
Tell
One
people
Or
where
word.
to
just
find
last
you or whatever.
word, some
Just
advice,
oh,
just a little,
advice.
or just a little nugget that you
Be
learned.
aware of the red flags and don't
Yes.
do it. Don't do it. Don't rub the foot. Don't rub the foot.
Don't rub the foot.
Don't rub.
Write that down,
the
Jill.
foot,
Write that down.
please.
Don't rub the foot.
Mhm.
Not everybody deserves the foot rub. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I could have gave him
Yeah.
that after the fact. Yeah, so
Right.
not everybody deserves the foot rub.
That's
And
fair.
because we are pushing your podcast, please tell us where we can find you and everything about it.
If you guys want to follow us, listen to us. We're at everywhere that you can hear your podcast. It's Sophisticatedly Ratchet. If you want to
Gang.
find us on IG, it's So Ratchet Podcast.
Gang.
We're also on Twitter, So Ratchet Pod. And we have our own YouTube page where you can see us live too. It's Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Gang.
And thank you for having me, ladies. I just want to say, like, it's more men on our show. It's 4 guys and 2 girls. And so
You
I
found
love
your
this
tribe.
feminine
You found
energy.
your
Yeah.
tribe.
And I was just really grateful to be here with you guys tonight. So thank you guys for having us, having me.
It's a lot of vaginas.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys.
A lot of
Yeah.
it. Shut up.
A lot of vaginas in here.
TJ, you are a doll.
Thank
I've
you.
listened to you. You're one of my favorites.
Aw.
One day we're gonna meet the rest of you guys when we'll do a live collab or some shit.
Dope,
You know,
dope.
I like that. I
Yo,
like
come to
that.
my
you heard it here
house.
Whole
first. You
crew.
heard it here first.
Come to my house, man.
So thank you so much for coming. Mash, who are you? Where we can find you? All that shit. And your
Yo.
final words.
Thank you so much for having us. I want to say thank you so much to my girl Jill. Jill, I want to apologize if I ever feel like I'm coming at you at any time
Never,
in this whole
never.
episode. You know why?
No,
Because
it's
I
okay.
love how vulnerable and honest you are every
Yeah.
time you show up. That
Oh,
shit
of
is so
course.
special. And I
Yeah.
love you for that. Thank you so much, Jill. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. Mo, it was a pleasure getting a chance to chop it up with you, Queen.
Yes,
I'm looking
yes.
forward to speaking to you again very, very soon.
For sure.
I'm gonna stay in your DM because I feel like that's where we met. So we
Yes.
need to continue this relationship.
For sure, for sure.
You know, Sauce. You know I love you like cook food, Sauce. Thank you so much for having us on your platform.
I just love the New York accent, Sauce. I love it. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's all love. It's all love. Thank you so much for introducing me and Flash to the concept of podcasting, and we got our own brand going on now, and it's
And I'm so
all
proud of you
because of you, and I
guys.
appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving us examples of what it could be like when you're vulnerable. Like
Ooh.
that's exactly what you are every time you like present yourself to us. You're very vulnerable, and that shit is special. Not a lot of people could do that. So I admire and I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much, Sauce. And so yeah, so my name's Mash. Spew God Drip Drip. So spew me.
After you got us all crying and shit.
There we go. That's my goal. That's what I'm here for. Spew me, spreading positive energy wherever. So my job is to do that whenever I go somewhere. So that's for y'all. I love y'all. Y'all be good.
And even though TJ did it, do it again. Where can we find your podcast?
Oh, So Ratchet Podcast. We out here everywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find our podcast. Sophisticatedly Ratchet is our full name. There's 6 kings and queens from New York City sharing our views on Black everything. It's what we do. And we building a tribe. We'd love for you to be a part of our tribe. Pull up. We there every Wednesday. We got content dropping for y'all.
Facts.
That voice, my goodness, Flash.
I'm sorry. I was born with this bass.
From one voice
apologize.
to another. From
It's
one
sexy.
voice to another.
Yeah. I'm Flash the philosopher as always. That's Flash _the_ philosopher _ and if you can't spell, too bad. But yeah, that's me. You know, they shouted us out, and I love this podcast and shit. The one thing I'll leave y'all with is respect women disrespectfully.
Church. Church, my nigga, you preach that shit. Do your shit, King.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down too, please.
Apologize, but yeah, like I said, it's cool shit though. Like I said, your hot sauce and Badu and Mo, I'm gonna slide in your fucking DMs too. Actually, matter of fact, because look, like you cool, you good.
You cool.
Well, slide on in. It's open,
Right,
hot and
let's-
ready.
let's-
That sounds crazy.
Slip and slide on that shit. But yeah, I
Crazy
appreciate
as that
y'all.
sounds, it isn't crazy at all. I
At
welcome
all.
it. Ooh, nah.
Yeah, I
Y'all
appreciate
in
y'all
trouble.
doing. Yeah, thank y'all for putting us on your platform too. I appreciate this. Seriously,
You guys are welcome here anytime.
nigga, part 2 is coming, nigga. What you mean?
Okay.
We
We
casa
need a
is
part
tu
2.
casa.
Oh.
You said the who?
We
Who?
casa is tu casas.
No, ain't nobody bilingual over here. I'm sorry.
I just said the Safa and
Excuse
the
me,
Casa.
Jill
I
speaks
understood it.
3 languages
Right.
fluently.
I said over here. We in Atlanta.
Jill's like a
Oh,
fucking
that's
rocket
true.
scientist on the low. Like we
Yeah.
gotta expose all that Jill is at some point. We got to.
She's freaking Michelle Wu.
Fucking
Let's not do
sophisticated.
the mayor of
She's
Boston.
Michelle Wu.
Yeah, the mayor of Boston. She speaks like 3 languages.
Oh, that's right. That was so dope. You guys have a woman mayor, right?
You do?
Right,
We do.
right.
Super excited about that.
Me too. And she's a super awesome girl.
She
Awesome.
is. Sorry.
Ms. Mofilla.
That you can find me everywhere at Ms. Mofilla and ZMOPHILA. Everything I got going on, follow my website, MsMofilla.com, and catch me here every single Wednesday night, 8:30, man. 8:30.
8:30.
Pull up on me.
Chilling.
Hi. So thank you all.
Every single time, yo. I'm leaving a message. Hi. So my name is Jill Badu. So happy.
No, but seriously, this was such a good time. I appreciate the ability to be vulnerable and to open up and share, thoughts and feelings with you all. It's not easy. This conversation was a bit triggering for me. It has allowed me to see that, yeah, I am really in need of some penis. And so I'm going to start working on that as soon as we log off.
Nice.
So with that said, for anyone who is, ready and willing,
do that. Don't do that, Jill. Don't do it.
Just,
do it.
You're gonna open up
me
that
on
gate of hell.
Right? On IG, Jill_Badu. We're probably not gonna have sex, but whatever. Who cares?
It's the pitch for me.
The flags, automatic flags.
Yeah.
Show me how I'm on the mic for 30 minutes. What's up?
If you driving down here,
if you ask it,
and she'll cook for you. Them DMs about to be
go right. You about to open up the gates of hell. Okay.
They're not.
I dare you guys to slide in your DMs.
Please slide in Jill's DMs and prove us, me and Hot Sauce right. Go crazy in her DMs, please. Thank you.
And send her dick pics.
All the dick pics edited. Next, Hot Sauce.
Yes. You can Miss Hot Sauce across all social media platforms. You can also make sure that you follow Henny and Hotwings everywhere on everything. We out here. It's Boston's most sexiest podcast.
Ow.
Hey.
Can we say the premier? Can we say premier female podcast? Boston's premier female podcast.
We absolutely
are. That's who we are.
Big up.
You know what's wild? This is the first time me and Mash been outnumbered by women on a podcast. And
I love it.
You like that?
I love it.
It don't feel that
Girl
bad.
power.
It don't feel that bad. Like all this pussy squares around me and shit. It's cool.
No bullshit. No bullshit. That's why we decided to start having like podcasts in general, because we love feminine energy. We love being around
it's sexy,
women.
Isn't it?
Oh my God. There's nothing better than being around women, especially Black women.
Talk about it.
I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Y'all different.
We love you too.
You know what? You know why y'all different? Because y'all know how to take jokes. Y'all know how to take jokes better than any.
Unless it's unnecessary, because you gotta be an asshole about it. And we ain't gonna do that to her no more.
Facts.
Beat his ass. Anyways, people, you guys can follow us across all social media platforms,
See
and
what I
we are
did
here
there?
each and every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. with a great guest. So make sure you guys join us, have a good time. And with that said, we are officially out.
Peace.
Cheers.
Thanks. Peace, y'all. Peace,
And
peace,
don't forget
peace.
to listen to the morning
Bye,
show in the
guys.
morning.
Oh yes, Spark FM.
Word, Spark FM
Spark
in
your
the
friends
AM.
in the
Morning show.
morning. Tune in every single day. God damn it.
Crunk. All right, we out.